And here we go. We are live, guys. Thanks for joining. We're running a few minutes late with some tech issues, but that happens. So I'm joined here today with oh, where's that button I'm looking for? Hang on. There it is. I'm joined here today. You guys know me. I'm Mike from NJCB, and I'm joined today with Vic from South Jersey Beer Scene, as well as Brewery Strong, and Gary from Battle River Brewing. So we are all here to talk about this, this beer that came to, it's coming out, Saturday, right? Isn't
Yep.
that correct? So
It is
cool.
Saturday. Yep.
Yep. This
This
Saturday, Mike.
beer, yeah, we're pretty pumped. For those that don't know what Brewery Strong is, it is a nonprofit to give back to the community in the industry as large, so during COVID it was started by a few different people, including Rob, some of you guys know Fun Time Bobby, and things like that. So we did like this whole thing with collab beers and charity events and beer dinners and pairings and all this other fun stuff. And um, being that Vic lives pretty close to Battle River, um, and being a home brewer, and if you haven't had Vic's beers, try them. And the South Jersey beer scene stuff. So all that kind of converged, and now we got this fun beer coming out on Saturday. So Vic, I'll let you talk about it for a moment. And
Oh, sure. The beer that's coming out is a honey rye lager, and just to show how long things actually take to come to fruition. I think we first started talking about this maybe last spring, Gary.
Yeah, I
I
think
know
that's
me.
correct.
I know Ian and I had a conversation about it last spring. And Mike, I think I had told you at AC Beer Fest, hey, we're going to be doing a collab. We're going to be doing a Brewery Strong collab with
yep,
Battle River.
which
And
was
that
in
was at
June.
AC Beer Fest. We actually discussed that when you were in the middle of doing 9 million other things. So,
Yep.
met with Ian, Gary, and Ray, a few different times discussing a different type of beer. And Ian came up with this recipe. We wanted to do something unique. So Ian came up with this recipe for a rye lager, which has some honey in it to help it balance out the rye flavor to it. And it's a delicious, nice golden lager. So we went back and we talked about this for a while. I think we probably arrived on the type of beer that we were going to do maybe like at the end of the summer, and working out trying to get it on working with Gary and Ray trying to get it on the brew schedule. And we finally did. We brewed it earlier this month. And being as this was the first collab and the first actual beer can that was going to say Brewery Strong. John, Mike, I know you've done 9 million collabs with all the breweries all throughout the state. This was going to be first one with Brewery Strong. So in my discussions with Ray and Gary, I said, can we just name the beer Brewery Strong? So that's the label that you see. So the beer is named Brewery Strong. It's 5.5%, a honey rye lager, and it's going to be a delicious beer. We canned it last week. It's just as delicious out of the can as it was out of the bright tank. So, Gary, you want to talk a little bit about the actual event that we're doing on Saturday night?
Sure. I mean, I think this collaboration is something that's really important, right? Because Brewery Strong and NJCB, we want to bring awareness and education to to the community in terms of some of the restrictions that breweries are having in New Jersey. I don't think a lot of our customers that even come every day seem to understand what we're going through. I mean,
Yeah.
oftentimes, even like this weekend, why don't you just have a food truck right here, pull up, or why isn't the game on? Something like that. They don't know the restrictions that we're having. So
Or why isn't the
it's
TV 34 inches instead of
yeah,
72 inches?
yeah. I mean, that was an important legislative decision, right? Like
Yep.
how big can the TVs be in a brewery? So it's really important. So I think it did take some time to come to fruition, but I think that's also an offshoot of wanting to do this right.
Yep.
So we have to have a production schedule. We will have to have a release. The label itself needs to be approved by the New Jersey ABC. and all the registration of the products and all that. So, those are some of the things that we have to go through just to get a beer approved for distribution, that goes on behind the scenes. And I think, having this event on Saturday, we wanted to do it right. We do have a space that is conducive to having a community. I think Battle River has really shown that over the 2 years that we've been in business, that it's more of a local hangout spot than your traditional breweries, I think. So we wanted to make sure that, we did this right, so that we can benefit Brewery Strong and NJCB in the fullest. So the event Saturday, we're going to have live entertainment. We are going to have the beer release, and we're going to have just a really great atmosphere. I know there's a lot of people that are coming, and a portion of the proceeds do benefit, Brewery Strong and NJCB.
Yep. And we're pretty excited. It's a long time coming, like you said, but at the same time, this is where it's at. Like, some of the beers that we've done with NJCB collabs came through last minute. Some of them, took a while. Some of them, repeat themselves for 5 years, plus. And this is the cool part. And we are joined. Ian, who's the brewer from Battle River, just joined in. He's gonna come back to us in a moment, hopefully, and he'll talk more about the beer. But yeah, the party is scheduled for Saturday at 5 p.m. Vic mentioned the label. If I hide everyone, you can see the label. But if you click the link that I keep popping up on the screen here, that link itself, and that will that's always on the site on social. There's a Facebook event. You can see the label itself. You can come try the beer, come have a good time. I know I'll be there, hopefully at 5 on the dot. And a bunch of other, I'm trying to get some of the guys from my team to come down, and I know we'll have some South Jersey beer scene people, and we'll have some Brewery Strong people, obviously, the Battle River crew. It's gonna be a good time, and there's also more to do in downtown Toms River. So while you're there, feel free to bring food, feel free to do all that, and we keep encouraging. Write your legislators, write your lawmakers, do this stuff, because things like negotiating over the size of your television and are just asinine for lawmakers to make decisions about that.
Yeah, and let me tell you something about Battle River. I worked downtown in Toms River for 25 years. 25 years I worked downtown Toms River, and I was excited when I heard a brewery was open, when the restaurant moved out of there. And I actually, Gary, I think I had lunch with you probably 2.5 years before the brewery actually opened.
That's correct.
And we talked about it a long time beforehand. But, if you can pick a perfect example of how a craft brewery can revitalize a particular downtown area, Battle River is a perfect example of that. Revitalize that whole area down here. There's a distillery there. There's a sushi place across the street from it. I never in all of my years downtown Toms River would have thought there would have been a sushi place there. So really a fantastic venue. So, we got Ian on here. Ian is the brewer. It was Ian's recipe. What's up, my friend? Why don't you talk? I talked a little bit about the recipe, so why don't you give some more details about the beer?
All right, sorry, I'm trying to position my phone. My laptop wasn't working too well, but just we tried to keep it very simple. We've come to find some of our best sellers are sometimes the simpler, the more pure, the better. Obviously, you have to dial it in and, know what's what. But, we just kept it simple, had a pale malt, rye malt, had some flaked rye, and, some pretty simplistic hops in there to complement it, the spiciness and the sweetness of the rye. And towards the back end of fermentation, we chucked a little honey in there to, get a little sweeten it up. I learned a few things brewing this, brewing wise, nerdy beer brewer stuff, but because it's the first time I've ever brewed a 50% rye beer. But the beer came out great. It's easy drinking. It's light. I think anyone who dabbles in beer would enjoy it. And it's something new. It's something you don't really see other breweries kicking out.
Oh yeah,
of that nature. So that's I like doing stuff like that. It's like I'll think of something simple or change some things up. And I'm like, who makes that? I'm like, no one makes that. I'm like, all right, let's make it.
Yeah.
So
The word rye is sometimes gives a weird note, but honestly, like you get rye and arugula, you get that peppery spice thing, and it really goes well with certain kinds of and I'm pretty with lagers especially, and I'm pretty pumped to drink it with you guys on Saturday. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, Mike. I mean,
Fun.
you have that perfect spiciness, but like Ian and Vic said, you have a little bit honey on the back end that
yeah.
evens it out. Which I think Ian made a perfect beer for Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And, we haven't had snow and we're not going to, so it's going to be a nice day. I would suggest you guys come on out. I don't know if the beer is going to be on tap before 5 p.m. I'm going to assume, yeah, but please try to come at 5 and hang out for the night with us. It should be cool. Again, all the stuff we talked about is on the link that I'm going to pop up on the screen again here. We'd love for you guys to give it a follow, watch this video. If you're not watching live, watch it later. And hopefully you'll see you there, and join our Facebook event, which you can follow along, has the same kind of stuff. What else do you guys want to talk about or say about this? You guys have anything else to?
Yeah. So, I mean, Mike, you said it, it's going to be on, all day, but, just remember a portion of the proceeds do go to two great, organizations that are helping not only educate, but, lobby on behalf of, breweries in the state of New Jersey. So you can get 4-packs or, cases to go. And again, a portion of all those proceeds, anything with the Brewery Strong, beer, go to you guys and help advocate and educate our customers here in New Jersey.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah. We've been trying to do more and more of those things with the Brewery Strong initiative, and as much as we can, especially with the craziness we have going on here in the state with all this. I mean, recently, and we can talk about this. So when you come on Saturday, please ask us and talk about this. Like, you might have seen some of the stuff on Twitter from the governor and things like that he's going to be talking about, more and more to focusing
Alcohol
on
reform. Yeah.
And we're all in. So get your digital pencils ready, and let's have this discussion in person on Saturday, and obviously on the internet at any time. Write, have fun, drink beer. That's really what it's, what it's all about. And yeah, it should be cool. So if you guys have anything else, throw it in the comments. And hopefully we'll see you all on Saturday.
All right, excellent.
Thanks,
Thank you for
everyone.
hosting, Mike.
Thank you guys so much.
We'll see everyone on Saturday.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.